What up, Busters? It's the Bug Catcher here with his first video that he has to record twice. The first one didn't save correctly to the Bug Catcher's tablet. It is what it is. Got the incense going on. Light it up. All right. Now, with my first video, I'm going to discuss the magic of Pokemon and which games capture that magic and which games totally throw it to the wayside. And with that being said, let's get right into it. The magic of Pokemon is very simple. It is being able, which is why he's silent, or her, whoever, is being able to put your own thoughts and feelings onto that character as you go throughout whatever game or region you're going through. And it's very much easier to do that, especially in Pokemon, when the story is simplified and easy to understand, and when there really ain't much of one. It's my story. It's supposed to be my adventure. Now let me explain. Gens 1 and 2, I'll just push them together. The story is very minimum. It's about me going through, getting the badges, dealing with a little Team Rocket here and there, which ain't even that bad. Like, they're barely around, and they're realistic. And I bring that up to say this. Now, we might not agree, even though some might agree with stealing shit and stealing Pokemon or whatever, selling them if that was real, right? People do that in real life with, like, elephant tusk, poachers. That's neither here nor there. But Team Rocket is a real life thing. And I know that might sound a little fucked up for a point later, but you could realistically see a team like Team Rocket in real life. You just happen to run into them and you'd handle business with them. They're not really part of what you're doing. Gen 3 comes around. Starts fucking shit up all over the place. Why is a 10-year-old boy, by the way, whose dad is a gym leader, like, why doesn't your dad in those games help you out with the Kyogre and Groudon situation? Like, why is everything, Steven's even there, Juan's there, why is everything on my shoulders? I haven't even beaten the gym challenge yet, much less the league. Why am I dealing with this? I get where some people are like, well, why would they make the someone else deal with it? I'm the main character. But it really is distracting from the main goal, which is beating the champion in the league and the gyms, etc. Gen 4 took it. Now, Gen 3 is all right, with the story beats. It's not too often. But that's where they started planting the seeds for these fucking shenanigans. Gen 4 is bullshit on another level. Like, Cynthia is literally walking around the region doing bullshit. Talking about some Psyducks with a headache. That's what she worried about. Not Cyrus fucking take over the world or the region. Worry about some Psyducks. It's just stupid. Gen 5, and I heard someone bring this point up. This is where it gets all fucked up totally. Gen 5, I think I was watching the Hidden Power podcast, maybe the Rocket Radio one, whichever. So a lot of the same people, I think. One of them said, Rosa is such a good foil for N. How is she a good foil for N when she's a silent protagonist? That's just one. That's just stupid. I don't give a shit about N's truth or ideals, number one, because I got to worry about a gym challenge. Number two, what if I actually agree with N? Now, his story is like what happened in real life. The Team Galactic, or Plasma, whoever the fuck, they don't want the Pokemon in the Pokeballs. Neither do we. We want Pokemon following us too. See how that's starting to convolute and start not to make sense with the silent protagonist with these major stories? Gen 5 loses its fucking loses the mark, misses the mark. And that shows by the game sales. Besides Legend Arceus, which is the only mainline game that's not a remake, that came out by itself. I'm not counting Legends Arceus, I'm not counting remakes, but Black and White are the lowest selling mainline games they've ever made. No coincidence, because it's not about me. It's about N and Charon. Like, Charon is really N's foil, because he's the one standing there doing most of the talking back. He takes us on the Ferris wheel and does all the talking. And if I agree with him, and people are going to say, well, if you agree with him, that makes them interesting. In a way, it does. But it's not interesting because I can't say nothing back. So it's stupid. And his game should really, his storyline should be like a standalone game. Now, Gen 6, I can't really much talk on. I'm going to do a whole video on Gen 5, by the way, and Gen 8. Gen 6, I can't really speak on because I can never beat those games. So I will just gloss over it. I get to about past the Rock Gym for sure, but I might get the Mega Lucario. I might not. It's just those are too stupid and too much talking, and I just don't care. Gen 7's great. It should be. I put the Generation 7 games, Alola, almost in the same category as a Legends game, because it's just a grand adventure of a region with no gyms. It's your story. I mean, you get dragged in to Gladion's story. His sister's name is escaping me, and the mom. You get dragged into their arc. But since there's no real gyms and the story is about me adventuring, it's okay. That's all right. Gen 8, the most underrated set of games ever. I'm going to do a whole video on it. This is these might be perfect games. Everyone likes to say, for example, and I alluded to it earlier, that the adults in these games are stupid. They don't make no sense. What are they doing? But then you get a real man, a real champion like Leon handling business, handling Dynamax shit before you can get there. You're just building him up to really be this unstoppable champ. He handles all the shit that Steven can't handle. Cynthia can't handle the random shit. You gotta go do it. He handles all that. Now, I know you gotta handle Eternatus or whatever, and you do the battle with the dogs, and that's all cool. I don't really like that part. That's where I feel like the game comes to a halt. It's like a great game, but I let it slide because Chairman Rose is like a psychopath. I'll get into that when I make that video. And Gen 9 did a great job at having multiple storylines like a Gen 5 game or Gen 4, but making it to where you can do them how you want. So you got the main story, which is Pneumonia, your rival, the gym challenge, and then you can go hang out with your two other friends, Arvin and Cassiopeia, whatever her name is, bus bags. And then you can kind of go off and take a little break, do your thing, and then y'all all come together to go on your champion adventure, to solidify why you're the champ. You and your friends go to Area Zero. So that's why Gen 9 and Gen 8 sold more games than any other set of games except Gen 1. If you don't believe me, go look it up, busters. It's just facts. These games capture what Pokemon should be, regardless of the graphics, which I have a problem with. The magic of Pokemon is simple. The story needs to be simple so I can take my time enjoying, projecting, adventuring. Why am I trying to figure out why should I care about N's ideals and his truth? I don't give a fuck when I got a whole nother gym after to deal with him in some cases. Or I'm getting him and Cyrus confused. You got to fight Cyrus or Giratina, depending on the game, or Dialga, and then you got to go beat the electric gym. Like, what if I lose to the electric gym with the first try? Then it's like, why didn't he go handle that shit? So in conclusion, Gens 1 and 2, 8 and 9, and 7 really capture what Pokemon is supposed to be. My adventure with some friends, some rivals, and I get to have my own thoughts. Gen 3 loses a little bit. Gen 4, those games are hard to beat for me because of all the talking and the stupidness of what Cyrus's plan is. I'm going to do a video on a lot of this stuff. That's why I'm just kind of simplifying my explanations. Gens 3 and 4 start to lose it. Gens 5 and 6 absolutely suck. Okay? That's not a Pokemon game to me. And in Gen 7, 8, and 9 pick it back up. The Legends games are great. And, well, Busters, I guess that's it. I hope you have a great time listening to this. Go ahead, leave a like if you want, comment. And we'll probably be back tomorrow with another video. Busters!